Hey Scorpio, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with sun, moon, or rising in Scorpio. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. Okay, very interesting energy to come out in the connective portion of this reading. So I'm going to say first off, I'm like, whoa, I'm kind of stunned because I'm getting this feeling that there's really intense chemistry between the two of you. A lot of sexual energy, you guys. So this isn't necessarily the part of the reading where we're going to look at that. We're going to look at your romantic life more later and see what messages come through. But there's a lot of sexual energy already coming through. A lot of attraction. Dare I even say sexual tension between the two of you. I wasn't expecting this reading to get off to such a spicy start, but there it is. There it is. It's like it cannot be denied. Some of you might, when you first meet this person, because it is coming through as tension between the two of you, so it might be that there's like this immediate spark, but maybe you don't know each other very well, or maybe the circumstances aren't conducive to kind of exploring that spark between the two of you. So it does feel like there might be like this intense, this kind of like building. Oh my goodness, this is intense. The chemistry and attraction, that's really being highlighted as one of the main connecting energies between the two of you. What's really interesting here too is that this Black Moon Lilith energy, with this like mysterious energy, this might be something where it's like you don't know a lot about this person at first, or you're wondering about this person. This could be even a situation where you've been really curious or been crushing on this person, or this person might have had their eye on you for a while before this connection really takes place. I just feel like there's some significance to there being some sort of mystery here. For some of you, I'm even picking up on, you might meet this person when they are in another connection or when you're in another connection, because with this Black Moon Lilith energy, there is sometimes kind of the energy of like, I want to put this the right way, but it's like the energy of like being the other woman or being the other man. And it's not that, look, we're not getting into all that. This is not about like any kind of infidelity issue. This is more to do with like, I feel like this person really catches your attention and vice versa. Even if when you meet them, they're in another connection, or even if at some point during the course of knowing this person, this could even be someone you have a past with and they've like gotten into another connection, but it does have that mysterious energy. Oh, this is intense. I feel like the intensity of this, it literally cannot be ignored, and that could be why why you feel so drawn to each other no matter what the circumstances are when you first meet each other. You really do feel drawn to each other. So if that resonates for you, if this is someone who like might be in another connection, if you already know who the soulmate is, I feel like that's that message is coming through for those of you that might already know who this person is. You may have been in a relationship with this person. They might be in another connection right now, and that's why that's coming through. I feel like for those of you that don't know who this person is and you're just curious about like what life will be like once you meet this person, I wouldn't say look for that energy. I do think that there is an intense chemistry. In that case, there's an intense chemistry, and there's maybe like a mysterious air about them or about you. And there's like this desire to get to know each other more. There's this desire to figure each other out. Yeah, there's kind of like, it's like there's a spark between the two of you, and it makes a lasting impression. It's really that spark and that chemistry that bonds the two of you together. There's so much chemistry. The two of you kind of like, you vibe off of each other. You joke with each other. There's like this tension. There's this banter. what's really interesting is, just even the fact that this card is highlighting mystery, I'm starting to see why, like when I first tuned into your energy right before I started this reading, I was having a hard time nailing it down. And then it's like, it's so crazy that your card was a card that says mystery. So it kind of confirms to me like, whoa, like, why was I not able to even get much of a vibe on what this energy was going to be? And it was like, I think your guides were giving me an indication of what it was going to be. It's mysterious. And in a lot of ways, I feel like there's a lot to do with this soulmate connection that is just for you and your soulmate to know. And that's why a lot of that's not being shown here. Yeah. So the Black Moon Lilith energy can kind of talk about an invisible or an unseen force. Again, that's kind of mysterious. It's like a mysterious force guiding the way for this connection to unfold. So there's definitely a sense of destiny here. There's a sense of cosmic alignment, of things falling into place the way that was perfect for the scenario. It's almost like, I feel like when you meet this person, there's something that falls into place in a way that like, I never could have planned this. This had to have been divine intervention. I never would have been able to plan and orchestrate the way that this came together. Yeah, I'm picking up on a really empowering side of this Black Moon Lilith card. This energy of strength is coming through. So like the energy between you and your soulmate is extremely strong. It feels like something that can't be explained. I kind of feel like where the two of you really connect is over having this shared feeling of like this bond, this union that you've experienced together. And it's like it's a bond that's so powerful that it almost can't be put into words. You don't know how to explain it to anyone else. But because the two of you have experienced this together, it's like you two get it. And it's almost like that's all that matters. We understand this. We understand this connection. That's the only thing that matters, because I don't know how to put it into words, is how this is coming through. So that is actually a major point of connection for the two of you, because it's like, this is something you've only ever experienced with this person. I'm getting like the way that this comes together is something unique to this, this connection. And there's like no way to explain it. There's almost no point in even trying. Is how I feel a little bit defeated trying to put this into words. It's just like, no, like this is for the two of you. This is for the two of you to share. So interesting. I'm getting like, it's kind of like a sacred feeling. So there's a sacred space between the two of you. And there is also this theme of self-realization and like soul expansion here. So it could be that there's like, this is a relationship that kind of causes both of you to discover new parts of yourself, to connect to another soul in a way that you haven't known was possible before this. That's probably why it's just like, I didn't even know this existed. How can I possibly put this into words? It's the vibe I'm getting. It kind of feels like it's something so private and so tender and so sacred between the two of you. And like I was saying, no one else needs to get it. No one else needs to understand. Not even me. Not even me. There's just, it feels like there's just so much truth to it, if that makes sense. There's something just so true, something so real, and something so right about it that only you get. Yeah, I hope that makes some semblance of sense. So in this next portion of the reading, I want to look at both of your strengths and weaknesses. So we're going to start with your strengths, and we're going to look at your strengths in this connection, what you're bringing to the table, what are you excelling at, how do you help this relationship progress, what is your soulmate value about what you're contributing here. So something that they really love about you, they really admire about you. Okay. Wow. There is something very intense about this energy. The two of you are very intense, or it could be that the two of you are very intense together. I don't know if you're intense separately, if people would describe you as intense, but the energy is very intense. So when I think of the crown, I'm thinking of royalty, and I'm also thinking of maturity. So There's something almost regal or poised about you in this connection. And your maturity, your level-headedness, and fairness is how this is coming through. Is like the most important thing that you contribute to this relationship. I'm specifically picking up on a lot of emotional maturity here as your greatest strength. And it's like, this is something your soulmate highly values in you, because you understand the importance of forming a deep emotional connection. Like that this isn't all about the physical. Important to note, because there's intense physical chemistry between the two of you. And it's like, regardless of that, you understand that you want more. And it's like, I think they're meeting you, they're matching you in that way, because to value this maturity, to know that like you want something deeper, you want to not only explore the physical, you do with this person, it's like you really do, but you want so much more than that. And your level of understanding about where this person is, meeting them where they are, understanding their emotions, understanding who they are, that's impressive to your soulmate. That level of understanding is impressive to them. This is also kind of highlighting the crown chakra for me, which kind of speaks to your spirituality or your connectedness to like higher realms. And this is in addition to that emotional connection between the two of you. It's like you're willing to really give your all to this relationship. You're willing to even increase your spiritual capacity or your spiritual knowledge in relation to this connection. Some of you, this is a funny message that's coming through about this, and this is definitely less important than the maturity that's being shown with this crown. But some of you may kind of excel at bringing a sense of luxury or a sense of comfort to the relationship. So you might be someone who's always interested in like achieving the next level, or growing or accomplishing, living your version of an ideal life, or kind of living out the vision that you've held on to so tightly. I feel like for some of you, that's something that your soulmate really appreciates about you. It's like they love, you kind of introduce them to new things. So this could be about the more material things of life. That's why I'm saying like this kind of side note, because the emotional maturity and the maturity in general is highly important and highly valued in this connection. But it's like also you might have like certain tastes, like you might like to eat at like really nice restaurants, or wear some sort of luxurious clothing, or it could be about like the pillowcases you use or something like that. And it's like you might just have these little what is the word I'm looking for? Just little things about your personality that you're able to introduce this person to. Like, hey, you gotta try this. It's so delicious, or this is so luxurious, or whatever. So for some of you where that resonates, it's like you're opening your soulmate's eyes to these new things, to new experiences, and to like new luxuries. And they really appreciate that about you. They really like that about you. So let's look at your soulmate's strengths. Wow. Okay. Their card just fell right out onto the floor as soon as I picked up the deck. So they had the Star. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. This is more really, really powerful energy. I'm getting Aquarius energy here. Okay. Because it's making me think of the Star in tarot. Whoa, okay. Your soulmate is a really big dreamer, is how this is coming through. I feel like you guys, it's like you bring out the possibilities for each other. You both kind of have a way of making things that both of you thought were only possible like in your dreams. That if this was like in your wildest dreams, these things could happen. It's like you have a way of making these things real, making these things tangible and possible for each other. And that's what this connection is doing. I'm hearing the song Wish Upon a Star. I feel like that I feel like this is because your soulmate is like what they're really contributing is they are so full of hope. They have this kind of renewing energy about them. It's like, yeah, it's coming through as a superpower. It's like their superpower is like finding the silver lining, keeping hope alive, and like making the dream work is really where they excel. I also see you really taking center stage in their life. So it's almost like they've made you like the star, their guiding star, their North Star or something. You're really taking center stage in this person's life, which I love, because I was kind of getting that energy from the Crown. It's like I was getting the energy of like, you're willing to treat your partner like royalty. You're willing to do anything for someone that you love, and when that is reciprocated. And now I'm seeing that energy is definitely reciprocated with this star energy here, because you've taken like center stage in this person's life. You've become a central figure. You've become the person that is the most important to them. So you both see each other in a very high regard, and you both recognize each other's value. This person always really gives their all when it comes to helping you achieve your dreams. Like if it's something that's important to you, then it's important to them, because what they want is what is best for you. So your soulmate really excels at being a true partner, being somebody that stands by your side, and they love to build you up, which is so interesting. They love to build you up, and like, I feel like you play that role in their life too. Like they love to make you feel important. They love to make you feel special. They love to make you feel attractive and desired, and just make you feel like you're the only person that exists. I love that. I love that energy. Yeah, so we are now going to take a look at your weaknesses or your challenges. So for each of you, we've looked at how, like, what you're bringing to the table in terms of strengths, in terms of how you're benefiting the connection. But now I want to look at where you might struggle in this connection, what might be challenging for you in this connection. Okay. We had these two cards flip out together, which is funny. They're both major arcana. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Judgment card. You know what? Like, it's very interesting here because we're dealing with card 10 and card 20. So we have like the energy of 3, these 3 X's, like representing 10 a piece. So I'm getting that energy of 3 again, which I was already picking up on here with the 12. 1 and 2 adding up to 3. So 3s might be significant to you in some way. This is interesting energy to come out in your challenge. 2 major arcanas. These can talk about like major themes in your life. So this could be even things that you've struggled with in your life that present a bit of a challenge for you in this soulmate connection as well. Very interesting. Yeah. I feel like both of these cards, I just sit with that energy for a second. I feel like both of these cards are really focused on transitions, changes, moving on to the next phase, or things changing. And it could be that that's a little bit of a challenge for you. I could kind of interpret this as a tendency. This is so interesting, you guys. I'm feeling like I can kind of interpret this as a tendency to miss or to not give as much focus to the blessings in your life or the good fortune that you have in your life. So this isn't coming across as being ungrateful. It's not that. It's actually really hard. It's really hard to nail down, as this is a theme in this. It's like, I feel like because you really do notice and have gratitude for the things in your life. So this isn't like about you being ungrateful, but I feel like sometimes maybe in an effort to improve, to level up, because we do have this crown energy, sometimes in an effort to improve or to level up, we can kind of like turn our focus to the things that need to be fixed, to the things that are presenting problems, need to be changed, like for us to be happier, it would be ideal if this was different. So I think that sometimes this can kind of come across as you focusing on the negative. And I don't even think that I don't even think that's how you see it. I think that this is just a way that you kind of gauge things. This is a way you improve things. But this can be perceived, especially like by your soulmate, because we're just talking about this connection. This might be something that's perceived by them as you looking at the negative. I don't think that this is you focusing on the negative. I kind of get the sense that there's more of a goal behind this. This is more about improvement. That's the actual goal. It's interesting that this is showing up as your weakness. It's just very interesting. I'm trying to decipher this. It's like, I feel like this is your strength. And a lot of times that's the case. Our strength is also our weakness. When taken too far or when used in certain ways, it can show up as kind of a weakness of ours, or a point where we could stand some improvement. So I do feel like where you're challenged in this relationship, which is actually, like, oddly enough, kind of minor. It feels like this might be like a little annoying thing, but it's like, you might just, instead of highlighting the positive things about anything, about life, about how the connection is going, you might have a tendency to be thinking about how you can improve it, to be looking for that next, version of yourself, or more clarity, or a way to make a final decision about something. And it's like, I think it would be more beneficial to focus on the positive aspects of things. And sometimes that's literally just about how you say things. Like, it might be like just highlighting, like, oh, this is something I really like, rather than saying this is something I want to change. That's all. That's all I see there. Like, it seems like something that could be easily fixed, easily changed. So that might be like a little bit of a struggle, or something that comes up as a point of contention in this connection. But this is really coming from, I'm picking up on your desire to level up, your desire to improve. For your soulmate, we have the 10 of Wands in reverse. I feel like your soulmate's greatest challenge is that they have a hard time asking for help. They're gonna try to bear the brunt of everything on their own. They're going to try to put in all the hard work on their own. They're going to kind of like take the pressure off of everyone else and kind of put the weight on their shoulders, if that makes any sense. Like, they really will feel the impact of stress, or being overworked, or being overburdened, and they just tend to take on too much. So they might just have too many irons in the fire. They've just got too much going on a lot of the time. So this is something they struggle with. They kind of want to power through. They want to be strong. And they do have this really hopeful energy about them. So that's just so interesting, because it's like, I feel like that hopeful side of them might make it difficult for them to realize when a situation has turned sour, or when something has run its course in a situation. It might make it hard for them to see, because they see that final vision. They see, like, no, this could still work out if I try, if I give it my all, or whatever that is. But it's like, they might not know when to quit. They don't know when it's not worth stressing out over anymore. And I think sometimes you kind of wish that they didn't feel like they had to carry all of their burdens alone. You'll probably find yourself encouraging this person to kind of let you know what's going on, or to ask you for some help and some support, because they're going to want to take everything on their own. They're very determined, but they can sometimes let that determination be their detriment. So it's use that determination to their detriment. So it's funny, like I feel like for both of you, where you were challenged, it's like these are strengths of yours. These could be seen as strengths, like this determination on your soulmate side. That's a definite strength that they have. But when they overwork and overburden themselves, it becomes a little bit of a weakness. And like on your side, for this level up, like you have your eye on the prize, but it's like you just want to make sure you're noticing everything that's great, everything that's already working. Interesting. Okay, let's move on to your oracles, and you're going to be looking at your day-to-day life with your soulmate. I'm calling this home life, so just the everyday. And you can also maybe get a peek into your romantic life, although I think we've already touched upon that as we were talking about all of that passion. So let's see, day-to-day life with your soulmate. What does that look like? And really, this is from your point of view here. So it's like, how are you feeling about day-to-day life with your soulmate? We have humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. This is that's too much, because I feel like this is what we were talking about with the star energy. This person is very hopeful, very glass half full type of person. Very like they encourage you. They kind of just encourage you to even be in a good mood. So I feel like this is so appropriate. They have a good sense of humor, most likely. I'm going to clarify this with some tarot, but I just feel like this person makes you laugh on a day-to-day basis. So things are joyful. Things are joyful, like at home with this person. This is someone you live with. Like, yeah. Let's see. Clarify this humor energy. And just this idea of focusing on the lighter side of life, I feel like that's something that's very important to your soulmate. That's why sometimes, like, just even the idea of, like, improving or finding fault, it can kind of trigger this person because they really want to focus on what's right, what's working, what's good. We have the Three of Inspiration, so Three of Wands. I feel like the two of you are able to really inject some kind of like humor and a lot of fun into the most mundane days or situations or periods of life. Like it's your normal day-to-day life it's so much fun. It's providing so much like laughter and joy and like almost entertainment for you. I think you find this person really funny and very entertaining. This is someone who makes you laugh on a daily basis. I kind of feel like it's hard for you to get mad at them a lot of the time because they will crack some joke and just totally like change the mood. And it's like, oh, I can't be mad at you. That was too funny. That's how I feel. That's how I feel like this is. It's like, yeah, I really do feel like their positive and joyful mood is like, it's very uplifting for you in the day-to-day life. And with this Three of Inspiration, it's like, I feel like the two of you are always, like you're hitting that next milestone. For some of you, this could be starting a family, but it's like you hit that next milestone. You're always like, always having progress, because the Three of Wands talks a lot about plans and maybe even taking some action on those plans. This can also talk about overseas travel. So there might be some kind of travel in store for you with this person, a lot of adventures to be had, a lot of planning, and a lot of fun to be had. And I'm also getting this feeling of like being in flow. There's this kind of vibe of like the two of you really just flow well together. You vibe well together. You might feed off of each other, and especially when it comes to this humor, like it's like you kind of feed off of each other and maybe joke around a lot. I could even see this, I could even interpret this as like practical jokes and just like fun things that kind of keep things interesting at home. It's a lot of fun. It's so funny that this kind of playful energy came out for your day-to-day, because we really did, like, your romantic life was like kind of the first thing that showed up for you. So it's like, on top of all that passion, you have a lot of there's a lot of humor, there's a lot of lightheartedness, there's a lot of fun that the two of you have together. And this Three of Inspiration is the Three of Wands, so that's also passionate energy. So the two of you might be passionate about travel or passionate about like accomplishing your goals, or getting to that stage of your life, like where you can settle down, where you can retire, where you can move to where you wanted to, or something like that. It could be that planning those future things really excites both of you, and it really brings you a lot of joy. Okay, let's look at how the two of you relate to each other in general, and then also your communication in this connection. Like, how do the two of you communicate? Let's see. We have manifestation. Interesting, interesting. All these starry vibes. Let's see here. I did say your person was a dreamer, because I was getting that with the star card. So they might be like very, very skilled in manifestation. The two of you might be manifesting and kind of working on your dreams together a lot of the time, and maybe that's a lot of what you are discussing, planning for the future and manifesting what you want to bring forward in your life. Let's see. Clarify this manifestation card for me, please. Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, you got the Muse of Voices, so I don't know like what direction this card came out, and because these cards are actually printed sideways, so we will go with it. I usually don't read reversals for these because of the way they're printed. I don't know if it came out in reverse, but yeah. I feel like the two of you have a way of communicating hope to each other. And that's kind of a big part of your relationship, is sharing your dreams, communicating your truth. I feel like you guys, like you both excel at expressing your dreams to each other and helping each other manifest what it was that you had in mind. Like you can really easily share your vision with this person, and you don't feel like they're going to judge you for it. You don't feel like it's going to be something that they don't want. It's like, I do feel like you guys are in alignment about a lot of this stuff. So it's like, if you share with this person, I have this dream, I have this desire, I don't know what it could be. I want to go back to school, or I want to start a family, or I want to move to this place. It's like they're on board. Like I was saying before, whatever is important to you is important to them. It becomes important to them. And making that dream come true for you is very important. And I feel like the two of you, the way you're able to communicate your dreams, you don't feel shy about it. You don't feel timid about it. You're able to really share your heart, share your innermost desires with this person. There's also a real practicality and like an honesty to the way that the two of you communicate with the Muse of Voices, which would be the King of Voices. The King of Swords. It's like, there's a practicality in terms of putting some of this stuff into action, or being very straightforward about how you can achieve these dreams. So it's not just like just talking about what you wish would happen. I feel like there's a lot of action toward this. I also feel like talking to each other, this is really important, you guys. I feel like you gain more clarity through having conversations with each other. So you know how sometimes you try to tell somebody something and it's like, you kind of wish you had never opened your mouth, because they make it more confusing to you. They maybe approach it from like an angle where you're like, oh, well, now I'm even more confused. I hadn't thought about that. Or if you bring that up, I'm going to have a lot more anxiety about this, or whatever. I feel like you gain a lot of clarity when you sit down and talk to this person, your soulmate. So it's like, if you have something on your mind, if you have something you want to figure out, you know you can go to them for clarity. You know that through communicating with them, through bouncing ideas off of each other, through connecting the way that only you two know how to, because it's like, it's still a bit of a mystery to me. It's like, you can get more in touch with what you want. You can get more in touch with where you're going. You just gain so much clarity. This person has a lot of wisdom to offer. They have great insight. They know you, and that helps a lot for them to approach like any conversation as like, I know you, and I know that that's going to make you uncomfortable, or I know that this is what you really want and that's going to make you happy. They know you like the back of their hand is how this is coming through. They really have taken the time to know you. I think that's because of this communication. That's how you, like, that's a major bonding moment for you guys. It's like, because of this communication, you really have gotten to know each other on such a deep level. Okay, this final portion of the reading, I've already started shuffling and I haven't even told you. This final portion of the reading is going to be from your soulmate's perspective, and we're going to find out how your soulmate would describe this connection. So if they had to put it into words, which I think we've already established they can't, but let's see, how would they describe this? Oh my goodness, there's that number 4 again. I feel like that was a theme in one of the other readings. We have card 4, support. Yeah. If that doesn't say it all. If that doesn't say it all. I'm going to clarify that card, but this is the energy we've been dealing with the whole time. The two of you support each other in such a beautiful way. You really support each other's dreams. You really support each other's dreams is like the main way that this is coming through. Let's clarify that. Let's clarify the support card, please. We have the 10 of voices. So that would be the 10 of swords. You guys, like, it in this soulmate connection, it's like you're really there for each other. You're kind of like each other's support system. And the way that your soulmate's describing this connection is they see you as their cheerleader. They see you as someone who is a supporter of their dreams. And that's why I think they support you so much, because it really does go both ways. You really do both love to like build each other up, encourage each other. You see the best in each other. So they see you as someone who is their biggest cheerleader. You're kind of like that person that's there for them at their darkest times. You still have so much love for them, even in their darkest moments, even in their most challenging moments. And this could be somebody, from this energy, I'm feeling like this is somebody who may have struggled with feeling worthy of love and support in their weakest moments. They might feel like, yeah, that's the 10 of Wands in reverse. That challenge that they feel like they have to be strong. They feel like they have to do it all. They have to know it all. They have to be of some sort of value to like deserve to be loved. This is, yeah, I kind of feel like that was the mess. Like I was kind of missing something there. I feel like it's deeper than just that they take on a lot of things and don't ask for help. They actually do this as kind of a way to feel worthy. Like they like to prove themselves. They like to be seen as somebody who is valuable. And I think that what is going on in this connection is you see them as so inherently valuable that it's really opening up their eyes to their own worth. And it's like they just feel so much appreciation to have somebody there for them that loves them unconditionally, that loves them no matter what they can provide, no matter what they can do. They just feel very loved by you. That's probably going to break this habit for them too. So that's encouraging, and that's a very healing energy. Yeah, you showed them such an unwavering love. It's like they now, in this connection, they're feeling like they have someone in their corner. And I don't think they felt that way before. They kind of felt like they had to bear the weight of everything on their own. So it's like they're so appreciative, and how they would describe this connection is that they always have someone who will believe in them and who will dream with them. And that's the main thing that stands out to your soulmate in this connection. That's gorgeous. That is so gorgeous. And it's like, it's making me feel so emotional. That's just such a beautiful thing. And I feel like it's happening on both sides. It's like the two of you are really there for each other. You really believe in each other. You really want to see, like your soulmate, your partner shine. You want to see them grow. You want to see them be the best they can be. And it's like, to have that coming on both ends is such a beautiful thing that would create such a strong connection and relationship for you. So yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you did enjoy this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you in another reading really soon. Bye.